remember.
Yeah. No, what?
Comparing Jay's bag to mine should be hilarious.
I'm gonna guess like maybe 18 pounds.
What?
Maybe.
See?
For the locker room.
So that's in ounces. Oh my God.
I'm 17.
17.76 pounds. Now let's do mine. Oh my God.
Yeah.
33 point what?
33.8-ish.
I tried. It is. It's like my lightest pack.
I will, since I have this. But when you're naming the rivers, which one pours into the other?
Bonjour, today is Sunday, March 12th, and I am here at the trailhead for the beginning of the Ouachita Trail with Jay Hikesalot and his mom, who is dropping us off. So we're apparently in Oklahoma. I flew into Fort Smith, Arkansas last night, and yeah, we've driven out here to the start of the trailhead. Jay and I are going to hike the first 121.7 miles over 8 days. So it's I don't know, oh my goodness. There he is.
Time to go hike.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, less talking, more hiking. Let's get started.
I want to get a picture of you two under the arch.
Okay.
Up here.
Our first blue blues.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Donna. It was so nice to meet you.
You're so welcome.
Love you.
I love you too.
Take care.
Have fun.
We will.
And thanks for all the goodies. Stay
Oh,
in touch.
my pleasure. Yes, absolutely.
I'll be seeing you on YouTube.
Perfect. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
So you know we're not on the Ozark Highlands Trail because look, they have these things called bridges on this one. Very cool. And what did you say? Maybe not this one, but what were these trees for?
They're pointer trees.
So
Native Americans would lay it over and point in a specific direction for navigation through the woods.
Cool.
In theory, not proven. There's lots of different kinds of yoga. The yoga that I do is like strength training yoga, basically.
It is 12:42. We've hiked about 6 miles or so. It's 11 degrees. Beautiful day. I'm so happy to be back on the trail. Like I handled the winter blues very well this year in my opinion, but nevertheless, you know, and I stayed active. I went to the Toronto Track and Field Center. I did the stairs in my building. I did long, like 20 kilometer plus walks in the city. But it's not the same as being out here. I was anxious, you know, I was like, did I pack properly, etc., etc. And now that I'm here, I'm just like, oh my God. I'm so happy. I feel so good. This trail is amazing. I thought it would be a lot like the Ozark Highlands Trail. Nope, it's totally different. So this is an actual mountain range, as Jay explained. This is actually like a tectonic plate that, you know, it's an actual mountain, whereas the Boston Mountains are what? Oh, it's a eroded plateau.
Yeah, it's a plateau.
So you know, it's very different. There's so many vistas and lookouts. Anyway, I just can't explain how good I feel and how happy I feel and what a great time I'm having. So anywho, let's keep hiking. So we just passed a Dead Man's Gap. So we're now on the north side of the mountain, which as you can see is much windier than the south side of the mountain. And that is a water cache. So those are placed by trail angels or by hikers ahead of their hike in spots where there aren't water sources. So, I don't know how necessary that one is right now, but nevertheless, that is what a water cache looks like. Just some water stuck on the side of the trail. Let's keep hiking. Did you try them already?
Yes.
And did they taste like peanuts?
Yes.
Let me try. So I've never tried this before. What are they actually called? Red buds?
Yeah, red bud flower.
Red bud flower. Okay. Like I can eat that stem?
Yeah.
Oh, they do taste like peanuts.
Like a raw peanut, but sharper.
Oh, and then there's like a tang after.
Mm-hmm. That tangy.
Very good.
They go great on salads.
Okay.
Very high concentration
We
of
should
vitamin
save some
C.
for Queen Wilhelmina.
Yeah, right.
It is 3 o'clock, so we stopped at this shelter here just for a snack and some water and to rest a bit. We were here for a whole half hour, and now we are heading back out. We've got about 7 miles left to go. 4:44. I'm at the 12-mile mark. Jay's just a little ahead of me. I am dying. Oh my God, I am dying. It's a tough trail. I knew it was. We've got 4.8 miles still to go. Oh my God, dying. Okay, let's go. It is 5:22. I'm at the 13.2 mile mark. I haven't seen Jay since the 12-mile mark, so I think it's a case of like, I'll see you at the shelter, which is probably the best thing. You know, he's a much faster hiker than me, and he's definitely like stayed with me all day, and I'm really slowing down now. So I think it's best that I just meet him there, go at my own pace, and whatever, get it done. So, yeah, I'm gonna have a boost and coffee shake thing right now. And then, yeah, so there's still, I'm at 13.2, there's 3.6 miles to go. So, yeah. I made it.
There's a party here tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, it is a 7:15, so I got here at just like 5 minutes after 7. So that makes for a 9.25-hour day, but we did stop for half an hour, so 8 hours and 8 hours and 45 minutes of hiking. Yeah, it was a tough day, but yeah, tough and awesome. The view's amazing. So here at this shelter, there's already 5 people already here. So great. And yeah, they're all in bed already. I'm going to bed. I think we're all going to bed. So I'm just gonna have a look at that. Streak of red in the sky as the sun goes down, and yeah, then I'm off to bed. So yeah, day 1, a success. 16.8 miles. Tomorrow 17.3. So that's fine. We'll get an earlier start, and all will be good. See you tomorrow. 17th, it's 7:30. The sun is just rising. It's cold, it's 2 degrees, feels like -1 Celsius. Of course, I'm the only Canadian here. I slept super warm. We all snuggled into that shelter. 1, 2, 3, 6 of us, and then there was one person out here in a hammock tent. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself right now. It's cold, but I'm fine. And also, even though yesterday was really quite the workout, 32 pounds, 16.8 miles, I was feeling it. Definitely tired by the end of the day. I've got that little muscle in the back of my left knee. I think Jay said it's called palpitius. It cramps up and it's quite painful, but I stretched it out near the end of the trail and it was fine after that. I'm pain-free this morning. So yeah, I'm having a great time, an amazing time. So glad to be here. And the first people are off. That's Bill. Right, it is 8:15. Everyone has left except for Jay and me, and Bill. I'm ready to go. Jay is still making coffee, etc., and I'm much slower than him, so I'm gonna head out ahead of him. He'll catch up to me in no time and pass me eventually. I really encouraged him once I got to this shelter last night. I was like, listen, because I want him to enjoy his hike, and I know I'm much slower, so I said, hike with me while it's enjoyable, and when I'm faster in the morning, and then when I start to slow down, like I'll see you at the shelter kind of thing. So hopefully that'll work out. Yeah, so I'm gonna get going. Day 2, today's 17.3 miles. Another long day, but an earlier start, so let's get going. Whoa, no. Oh my goodness. So I'm about 3.5 miles into the day. This is Horse Thief Spring. It's just, steps off trail. I'm gonna fill up my water bottles, brush my hair, brush my teeth, and continue on. And look who's caught up with me already.
Hello.
Mr. Hikesalot. I know this camera won't be able to pick it up, but this hill is crazy. It is straight up. Oh my God. Holy. And we're gonna stop for a break here at Winding Stair Shelter. By the way, there are no winding stairs.
Cool looking. And there's no options. Awesome.
Yeah.
Field is ridiculous. Springtime grass is popping up.
It is 2:23 p.m. When I was approaching this mile marker, like when I saw there was a mile marker there, I was like, that better say 25. If it only says 24, I'm gonna freak out. When it said 27, I literally screamed. I'm like, what? Oh my God, that's awesome. So 7.1 miles to go. And it's only 2:23 in the afternoon. This is great. Yesterday there was no reprieve to the trail. Like it's a really, really challenging trail, really rugged trail. And yesterday there were no like breaks. It was either super technical or straight up. I even felt like, there were hardly any switchbacks yesterday. It was all just like, go up, straight up. Today, there are some parts of the trail that are reasonable in between the technical parts. There are switchbacks. So Jay and I just came down the last mountain. It was a 31 switchback descent. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Let's keep hiking. Look who I finally caught up to, Mr. Hikesalot. All right, so this is like our first water crossing. I am going to cross just above that row of rocks. It is a boots off, water shoes on crossing. So I'm sure that'll feel amazing on my feet, specifically my right baby toe. Let's do this.
Yeah. You did it!
I didn't die. Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 14th. It's just after 7 in the morning. It's 0 degrees. Slept warmly again. And even, being out here, out of the shelter, out of my sleeping bag. Yeah, I guess I always say it's a different 0 degrees than the 0 degrees you would feel in the winter kind of thing. Like it's just the edge is off it or something because it's almost spring. Anywho, yep, so it was just myself, Jay, and a gentleman named Bear in the shelter last night. Bear has done like the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, the 60 trails of the Filipino Island, or 63 trails in the Philippine Islands, like everything. He's done every trail. So it was an honor to meet him. I can think of another reason that his name should be Bear, though. He snores like a bear. That's shelter life for you. Anyway, yeah, so day 1 was 16.8 miles. Yesterday was 17.3 miles. Today is 17.4 miles, and that will bring us to Queen Wilhelmina Lodge, where we will have a room in a lodge, 2 big, I think, king-size beds. We will eat at a restaurant. We will have breakfast at that same restaurant in the morning. So it's a bit early in the hike. Anyway, it's like a mid-hike, just treat. And yeah, I'm sure I've said it, but just in case. So we are doing the first 121.7 miles of the Ouachita Trail. That's just over half of the entire trail, over 8 days. Yeah, so today is day 3, and, they are tough, tough days. Like I am moving extremely slowly by the end of the day. Yeah, it was me who made the schedule, thankfully, because it is an aggressive schedule, and it's certainly my most aggressive schedule ever. I did 1 day of 18 miles at the last day of the Ozark Highlands Trail, but that was with my lightest pack, and that was after, 11 days of prep, training, 11 days of exercise before. To start off with a 32-pound pack, doing some of my longest days ever, is tough work. But I love tough work. Yeah, so I'm feeling beat up at the end of the days, beat up and awesome. Yeah, it's really satisfying. I feel strong. I feel like I've spent the day in the absolute best way possible, out in nature, using my body, doing what I love, moving, you know, so this is a tough challenge. So far, I am meeting it and I am loving it. So anyway, time to have some breakfast. Oh, by the way, I'm also doing a non-cook diet for this trip again. So yeah, time for breakfast. By the way, some critters had their way with my socks last night. They definitely did not look like that when I took them off yesterday. One was on the floor, like not in my boots where I'd put them. So thankfully they just went for my socks and not my boots. And I do have extra socks. Bon appétit, les souris. All right, pretty much an exact repeat of yesterday morning. So I was up at 7. It's now 8 o'clock. Yesterday, I waited a few minutes around for Jay, and then I was like, this is silly. I'm a much slower hiker. I should just go and he'll catch up with me, which is exactly what happened. So yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I'm about to set on my way, wearing all of my, gloves, my sleeping socks, my good to minus 40 degree. I call them my wool bricks. They're like 2 wool bricks. Anywho, I'm going to start off now. And destination, Wilhelmina Lodge. Yay, let's get hiking. So when Jay's mom had dropped us off at the trailhead, I learned that we weren't even in Arkansas. We were in Oklahoma. I'm still in Oklahoma. Today we will cross over into Arkansas. I just thought it was so hilarious. I've like flown to another country. I'm with basic strangers, amazing strangers, and I don't even know what state I'm in. Anyway, today we will enter into Arkansas. The other thing I wanted to mention, there's that old saying like, well, you made your bed, now lie in it. It was so funny when Jay and I were speaking this morning. I said, we were talking about the weight of my bag and this and that, and how he's got a resupply package. And he said, I don't really need anything else in my bag. And I said, well, I certainly don't. And he said, well, I'm certainly not going to carry stuff from your bag. And I was like, no. I said, I made my pack. I'll carry it. And I was like, oh yeah, you made your pack. Now carry it. It's kind of a good thing to remember as you're packing. Anywho, I didn't pack a lot of extras. It's just that I'm carrying my full 8 days of food. That's the main thing. Anywho, I am doing a lot of talking. Let's hike. So I just want to say one more thing. At the end of day 1, I was really beat up and I was like, oh man, I did a lot of distance training. I did the stairs, but I didn't do any training with weight on my back. And that part, that's on me. And I knew I should have. Anyone who's watched this channel for a while, like at least a year, might already know that like winters are a tough time for me. So 2 winters ago, I had a really tough time. Some people call it SAD, seasonal affective disorder. It's dark. The snow impedes more like physical activity that I like to do. So 2 winters ago, it was really bad. This winter, I handled it a lot better. I just was like, oh, this again. So I had the same like sort of doom and gloom weighing me down, but I was able to accept it. However, it does impede motivation. So I didn't do any weight training, training with weight on my back. And yeah, at the end of day one, I was like, oh man, like that might have been a major, major, major mistake. I was quite beat up. Day two, so it was a revelation, just what one night's rest, how much repair is done. I was raring to go yesterday morning. But again, by the end of the day, it's just the amount you slow down. And I was even slower yesterday than the day before. I mean, I know I did 0.5 miles more, but even that considered, I was slower. And so I was like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, meaning today. And same thing, it is absolutely crazy how much, just one night of rest repairs, revitalizes. So I am, my legs, almost every part of my leg is tender to the touch. I have a big bruised area on my lower back from the pack. Yeah, my hip flexors are tight. I've got that papillitis muscle in the back of my left knee that continues to seize up that I have to, stop to stretch. That's fine. All of those things are happening. But this morning I am, I feel I'm limber. Even at the end of yesterday's hike, I was able to sit cross-legged and lean forward and do all that stuff easily. Anywho, so I had this similar revelation when I ran my first ultra marathon a million years ago. It was like I felt so beat up. The ultra marathon was run 42 kilometers Saturday, run 50 kilometers on Sunday. So I ran the 42 kilometers on the Saturday, went back to my motel room, and I was just like, I'm done. Like I'm so beat up. I can barely move. Tomorrow's not happening. But I was there. I'd rented a car. I paid for the motel room. I was like, well, I'll just show up at the start line. And so I showed up and I was like, well, it was a really short loop. It was only I don't remember now, like 1.5 kilometer loop. So I was like, well, I'll try doing one loop, like even if I end up walking it. But I was able to do the loop. So I was like, well, I'll try another loop, and on and on. Those kinds of mental baby steps all day long. And I finished the 50K race. I couldn't believe it. I had such a massive revelation that day about, just pushing boundaries and that we're capable of so much more than we think we are. And, pain doesn't mean that you should stop. Like it might mean that you should stretch, or I don't know. Anyway, I was able to do it. And so the same thing is happening right now. I'm not condoning, I should have done weight, training with weight on my back. But nevertheless, I am amazed at the human body and amazed at how much I'm recovering each night. So, all right, I was doing so well the first 2 days of not talking too much. So I've more than made up for it right now, but I really had to share that. It's quite amazing, and a little pain should not mean that you stop. And yeah, this is great. Okay, let's keep hiking. I would just like to say that some days they give you 31 switchbacks, and other days they just don't. You just go straight up the mountain, which is what just happened. Jay has already caught up with me long before that mountain. So we've been chatting. Thankfully, he was doing the chatting and I was doing the listening up the mountain. Anywho, that was tough. So we ran into this group earlier, and we knew there'd be numerous water crossings today, like boots off water crossings. She said there were 10. She said that sometimes the path is a waterway itself, etc., etc. So it looks like, let's see if we can see Jay. Looks like we've come to the part where we are basically, following along a riverbed, like following in a riverbed. Anyway, let's check it out. Came from there, following along here, continues right through there. So this is a double crossing. So Jay got across the first one, like just hopping across boulders. And I said, what do you think about the second one? Do you think you could do the same thing? And he was like, probably not. So there's no point in me trying to do one if I'm gonna have to do changing out of my boots anyway. So I've changed. Let's do this thing, a double water crossing. There's part two, so a lot more dangerous. I mean, there's quite the powerful flow happening there. My turn. That was scary. That was very strong current, very deep at points. I don't know what I filmed and what I didn't, but I had to take several. It took me like 5 different tries to find my path. And now I'm in the middle of, I gotta find my way back to the trail. Okay. So because there are so frequent of water crossings, I have not been changing out of my water shoes. They're basically about every half mile. So I've just been walking very gingerly through the forest, just making sure that nothing like twigs and whatever gets into my shoes and cuts me or whatever like that. So, oh, there comes Jay. He changed back into his shoes last crossing because his feet were hurting. Like obviously these are not proper hiking shoes, but mine seem to be okay. So he's gonna have to change out again now here. Another water crossing, supposed to go right through there. And this should be the last crossing, and then it's uphill. So that was the last water crossing. That was a lot of water crossings. Boots are back on and we are about to go uphill. Yeah, beautiful day, beautiful, beautiful day. Let's keep going. It is 2:51 p.m., 2 miles to Arkansas. It's been a lot of incline. It's a beautiful day. And then after we reach the state border at Arkansas, Jay's ahead of me, then it's only like another 3 miles. Did I say kilometers? I meant miles. Then it's only another 3 miles to Queen Wilhelmina Lodge. Oh, I can't wait. All right. So we just walked back to see this sign, "Welcome to Oklahoma," with all the gunshots through it. Oh my God, that's too funny. So we walked back to see that, but actually, does it say, oh, it does say "Welcome to Arkansas."
The natural state.
And we are now in Arkansas, also with bullet holes.
State of nature, y'all.
Jay waited 25 minutes for me. Oh my God. Yay. Back in Arkansas. So, yeah, I have urged Jay to go on. Like, I've really slowed down at the end of the day. So we're going to meet up at the lodge. 5.3 miles left. No major ascents left. So hopefully I can do it in like 2.5 hours. So 4:35, 36, so by 7 p.m. All right, let's get going. Sometimes at the end of a hike, I feel delirious. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm just like delirious. Anyway, I'm gonna turn my phone on and continue on to the lodge. I am dying.
Come get this water going down.
Oh my God. That was my hands when I washed my hands. Hilarious. So because this lodge is in a dry county, we have to join a club first in order to have an alcoholic beverage with our meal. So we're gonna go join the club. All right, Jade.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Very excited.
Two entrees and a dessert. Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 15th, and we have the second longest day today, 17.5 miles. And then we have 2 days of 10 miles, which will be awesome. So I didn't show the inside of Queen Wilhelmina Lodge, so I'll do that now. And basically it's 2 degrees right now. It was just below 0 through the night, so it was good that we were indoors. But those shelters are pretty warm. And my bag is warm. I haven't slept coldly. I've slept warmly those first 2 nights in the shelters. So yeah, today will mark Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, today's day 4 of 8. That's about it. So far, so great. And that's about it. Here's a tour of the lodge. Morning.
Good morning.
All right, Jay, I will see you somewhere on the trail when you pass me. And then I'll see you tonight at the shelter.
Okay.
Have a good hike.
You too.
Merci beaucoup. Basically started the day saying this exact same thing that I'm about to say, but you know, at the end of yesterday, so I hiked for 11 hours straight yesterday, no significant break. I was beat up at the end. I did get a small little blister underneath my right big toe from the times that I walked in my water shoes. So because I'm not walking in my water shoes, like that blister's not bothering me at all. But anyway, even though I was that beat up, I cannot tell you how good I feel this morning, how happy I am to be back on the trail, how excited I am to spend the day in the exact same way. Yeah, I just, you know, it's a boot camp for the body and it's a boot camp for the soul. Like, it's just so great. And yeah, I just felt the need to state that again. I might just state that every single morning. All right, let's keep hiking. Sorry, one more thing, just to clarify. When I say a boot camp for the soul, what I mean is it feels good. It feels so good to challenge yourself, to really push yourself, to do hard things, and be successful at those hard things, to be exhausted at the end of the day, not from like a hard day at the office, like from stressful things, but from just using your body, you know, simple living, carrying what you need to survive on your back, being out in nature all day. You know, that kind of exhaustion is just so fulfilling. So yeah, it's hard work, but it feels good, and that's what I meant by a boot camp for the soul. Okay, let's keep hiking. So this is the destination for today, the Foreign Gap shelter, so 14 miles to go. Caught me already?
Yeah.
It is 20 after 12. That was the 59-mile marker, so only 10 miles to go. Today's hiking has been the easiest of the 4 days so far. Easiest might not be the right word, but the least challenging of the 4 days. So far, I can't believe I just said that out loud. Knock on wood, hold on. Oh, sorry, tree. The bark fell off. Anywho, let's keep hiking. So it is 2:22 in the afternoon. I'm at the 63-mile mark, 6 miles to go. So yeah, the day is zooming by. It's definitely the least challenging of the 4 days. Way fewer technical spots, less incline. Yeah. So that's good on this second longest day of the 8 days of hiking. So I shall keep hiking. It is 15 degrees, absolutely beautiful. It's 5:05 p.m. I am 1.7 miles away from the shelter. Considering this is the second longest day, you know, I feel fantastic. These last 3 miles have been a bit more technical, but yeah, super quick day, super successful day. I'm just so happy. All right, let's keep hiking. Anyone else here? Just us so far? Yeah. Cool.
There's a
So it is about half an hour until sundown. Looks like it'll just be Jay and I at the shelter tonight. It's only going to get down to about 10 degrees tonight, so that's awesome because we are going to try and start hiking tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning while it's still dark. We only have a 10-point-something mile day planned for tomorrow, but the reason we're leaving so early is because it is calling for a massive rainstorm, lightning, all that stuff, beginning early in the afternoon. So we want to get that 10-point whatever miles done and get to the next shelter before the storm. So I'm going to end this part of the hike here for this video. So I know I haven't done, you know, an at-home video in a long time. So this video is of the first part of this hike of the Ouachita Trail. The next video will be the second part of this hike of the Ouachita Trail, which in total will make half of the entire Ouachita Trail, which I'll come back at some point to finish. And then, yeah, so this video is an away video, Arkansas, Oklahoma and Arkansas. Next video, an away video as well. And then it will be back to some home-baked adventure. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed living it out. This trail is amazing. The views are amazing, so rugged, so challenging. Today was a bit less challenging, which was great. I've had amazing company, which, you know, I'm usually doing all this stuff alone, so I've been super fortunate to have the company of Jay Hikesalot. And yeah, that's about it for this video. We're just kind of waiting for the sun to go down, and that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, like, and subscribe. Keep my retirement dream alive of doing adventures in nature full-time when I retire in, like, whatever it is, 13 years or something. You want to say bye, Jay?
See y'all.
See y'all.
See you later.
All right. See you in the next video.